Okay, welcoming you back to the Undercut Podcast. We are here on day 3 of the British Grand Prix. It is Saturday morning. Sorry, it's slightly delayed.
Yeah.
Rich, how are you? Tired?
I am, yeah. It's my first experience of trying to work in the British Grand Prix, and I think I totally underappreciated how much effort people put into these 4 days.
It is mad. I mean, just to put it into context, we were up until quite late last night. We had a number of different features. Today, I was on the radio at 7 o'clock this morning on Radio Silverstone. You, I know, had to get in. We've then had quite a number of other bits to do. I think we've both done international media interviews this morning.
Yep.
I had Belgian and Dutch TV. You had
Colombian and Bulgarian.
Colombia and Bulgaria. We are hitting all the... It's like the World Cup.
Yep.
And overnight, we also had to obviously catch up on the Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce wedding. My prediction of them sacking it off and coming here and doing it on the big wheel didn't come true. I'm shocked at that. Are you?
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I was going to put money on it. I'm quite glad that I didn't. I mean, it's the perfect location for it.
It is. The other thing I've realised today, we have had to run around and couldn't find each other earlier on.
No.
Wearing team kit is the worst thing we could do. I'm wandering around looking for someone in a Ferrari t-shirt, and it's like every other person. The only way it could have been worse if you were wearing a Lando Norris shirt. Later on, I am changing. I'm putting something different on.
Yeah.
I'm going for something I haven't seen yet at not only the museum, but at Silverstone this weekend.
Yeah. Well, any clues?
No.
Okay, I think when it comes to teamwear and being able to find someone, I think Nigel Mansell had a point when he was saying about increasing the number of teams, because back in the day, if you'd have been wearing, I don't know, a Supergari, Ligier, LaRousse t-shirt,
Andre Moda.
Yeah, there you go.
Life W12. Do you remember that Life W12? No, very few people did. It didn't make any races. Yeah.
But you would have easily been more recognisable.
You would have. Interesting. When I had my interview with Belgian and the Dutch media, we were talking Eric van der Poel. Do you remember Eric van der Poel?
Wow. What's he
Lamborghini
doing?
F1 driver, and we were talking about his sports car racing. But that was a conversation I was not expecting to have this morning. Very good conversation. Interestingly, and I'm going to mention it again, interviewing Emanuele Pirro later on today.
Yep.
And that's the kind of same era. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. What's he doing now? Do we know? Or?
Eric van der Poel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
He was definitely doing some Dutch and Belgian sports cars. The other thing I've noticed is our stance on these mics.
I know.
As the weekend's gone on, we are leaning much more. Energy drinks already on the go. And it is only 10:30 on the Saturday morning. And we've still got a sprint, we've got qualifying, we've got plenty of other things going on today. We've got people waving behind us. And we've got the F2 sprint.
F3's on now.
F3 is probably finished actually by now, which is a bit of a shame we've missed that. And then obviously Jason's status tonight.
Yes, that's in my view the best music.
The best music, yeah,
over
absolutely,
the weekend.
absolutely. So let's stick to racing. We have lost Alistair for the weekend, I believe. Now is that correct? We're not going to have Alistair back this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be here. No.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's happened to him.
We don't know.
A bad
Have
case
you
of man
seen
flu.
Alistair, folks? If you've seen Alistair,
You can't
he's the
miss
very
him.
tall person. Last seen wearing shorts, sitting on the floor crying.
Yeah, he likes to describe himself as looking like Ollie Behrman, so I feel like it's slightly unkind to Ollie, but tall bloke.
I feel
bad
Ollie
shorts.
may get quite upset with us if
probably.
Ollie Behrman, friend of the show, of course, and one of our interviewees earlier on the week. You can catch the Ollie Behrman interview on one of the other YouTube videos we've done this week. That was really good, wasn't it? Interviewing Ollie.
Yep.
Shame that now we're going to get into a bit of motor racing. Who knew it? Shame Ollie and Haas generally didn't get out of Q1 yesterday. I can't see them really getting out of Q1 this afternoon. They might get out of Q1, but it's certainly not going to be hugely far up the grid, I would have thought.
Yeah, I can't see what they're going to do to that car between now and then that's going to solve the issues that they've got.
No.
They weren't too bad at the start of the year. They've just not kept pace with developments.
And that is always a challenge for some of these smaller teams.
Well, they're the only team that don't spend to the
don't
cost
spend,
cap.
and also they are working across 3 different sites. You've got Italy, UK, and the US. So coordination. I mean, it's essentially cutting all of the other nonsense out. The reason why Alpine have kind of abandoned that, running in 2 different venues. It's hard to do. Cadillac are doing it at the moment, but the view is long term. They're all going to be in one site, and you kind of get why they're doing it bit by bit at the moment. But in 3 or 4 years' time, they're going to be on one site. Haas have to do it like that. There's budgetary reasons for it, and we get it. And we are big Haas fans. But in fact, even wearing the Haas, I even missed that I'm wearing the Haas kit today.
I'm jealous.
I know you're jealous. Oh, yours looks good. It looks better than that shirt I was wearing yesterday.
Yeah, I must say, actually, and to be fair to Ferrari, this is cheaper than the Haas T-shirt you're wearing.
A Ferrari is cheaper than Haas.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Obviously, same engine partner, so...
Yeah, so Haas... It's going to be a struggle for them this weekend. Yeah. So, who are you? You kind of predicted Arvin Lindblad was going to be a bit of a shock in qualifying. Did well, got into the final part of qualifying.
Liam beat him.
Any kind of predictions or shock prediction or anything you think is going to happen that's going to be different in the sprint this afternoon?
In the sprint this afternoon? I think George has got something to prove during the race.
Okay.
More so... I wonder whether there's going to be an accident.
What, for George, or just
potentially?
Oh, really? You think he's going to?
I don't know why. I've just got the feeling he's feeling the pressure. If Kimi and Lewis break clear and start gapping, George knows that he's never going to catch back up. He's got to push on the first lap. Hard, really hard, and he's got Max in front of him, and those two. Yeah,
that's going to be really, really difficult.
Max isn't going to give an inch.
No, that's
so. I just think there might be some fireworks there, and obviously you've got Leclerc in the mix as well. So
that is going to be
It's not really a shock. It's not really a shock, is it, that one? But
well, no, I'm going to go for someone we haven't mentioned very much.
I bet I know you're going to go for.
Go on, who am I?
Colapinto.
Teammate Pierre Gasly. I'm going to say Pierre Gasly is going to go for some kind of. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for softs or something a little bit different. Sorry, producer Rich is being. Oh my word, we're going to just bring on a new guest. Now, Rich doesn't know who this is. Charlie, come here. So, this is Charlie Clark. Charlie, come here.
Come on, Charlie.
You go round that way, Charlie.
Charlie Clark, the price is right.
So, Charlie Clark used to work here. She started as one of my original outreach officers and then worked with me on the education team. She is absolutely brilliant.
Amazing.
And I'm really pleased she left us, not because I didn't like her, but she went on to get a promoted job running the education sessions at the Aerospace Centre for STEM education near Bristol, Filton.
Wow, amazing.
And so Charlie runs that.
I'm going to make
Rich,
way.
I'm going to kick you out for a minute.
It's all right, we'll talk
Charlie,
Pierre Gasly
come on
in a
here.
minute.
Come in here. You are going to actually be interviewed. You're going to be on camera. How are we? You're right. Good to see you. Lovely to see you.
Hi, Charles. Nice to meet you.
This is Rich, by the way. I haven't seen Charlie in a couple of years. We've obviously had various messages from time to time where we kind of converse about Charlie's media career and Alyssa's media career and occasionally mine. But how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
That is a retro Lewis Hamilton hat you've got on. Is this?
I don't know what year it is. I'm not sure.
It's a couple of years ago, isn't it?
At least a couple.
I mean, it does look like Lewis could have decorated in it, doesn't it? But
it says Spain 2019.
Spain 2019. Yeah, that's pretty retro, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good.
Yeah.
Having a great day so far.
Is this your first time back at the Grand Prix since you left being here?
Yes. Yes, it actually is, yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask a really stupid question.
Oh, God.
Who are you supporting this weekend?
I quite like Lewis.
Do you?
Yeah.
Something gives it away. I mean, it's either that or you're Mission 44 and you've got some PPE high vis on for something.
It is insanely bright.
Is this the only day you're here this weekend?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Have you got the little one with you?
No. He's not so little anymore.
No, he's probably 27, isn't it? It's been that long since I saw you.
Yeah.
So, whereabouts are you going to be watching from today?
So we're over Luffield Way. General admission. Got the seats there already.
Excellent.
My friends camped there whilst I've come to say hello to everybody. Really looking forward to it.
So with your STEM science background, what are your views on who's looking good for the sprint today? For the sprint.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really seen much of the racing this week because I now work in an aeroplane museum and I don't get to follow it as much
as you did when you were here.
as when I worked here. Yes.
Okay, but you know the result of qualifying, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Lewis.
obviously wearing the right gear.
Yeah. I mean, my view is Kimi Antonelli's going to push him all the way, but I did say yesterday
That'd be good.
Lewis and then Kimi will probably win the race. I'm thinking maybe, but. Is there going to be any shock results? I just asked Rich about any shock results.
Ooh, I don't know. You never know, though, do you?
That's why
why we enjoy the racing.
Is, yeah.
It would be good to have maybe George do well. He's a bit
Rich
further
just
back.
predicts he's going to crash. So
Well, that also could
it's always
be the
lovely
case.
when you get a guest on that comes and comes in. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing in your new role, because as you were walking around here, I explained what you used to do here. Tell me that, because it's a very important role. You're doing a lot with education, not massively dissimilar to what we do here with our education programme.
No, it's a lot of STEM. So it's Aerospace Bristol. So we have the last Concorde that flew to Filton.
Do you get to drive that?
They wouldn't trust me. Same with these cars. They wouldn't trust me with these cars for sure. But yeah, so we have a lot of STEM, a bit of history. It's also in a hangar, so it's also an old airfield. All those links.
All the similar issues you used to have here,
yes.
you have over there as well. Excellent.
Indeed.
Excellent. Good. So any tips for people visiting the Grand Prix this weekend? You know, we are putting this out tonight, or this will be out later on this afternoon. If you're coming to the Grand Prix for the first time tomorrow, any tips? You've done a few Grand Prix now, haven't you? I mean, you've already said go and get your space early, which I think is a good tip.
We got here at 7:30.
7:30?
Because you can't get in before 7.
No, were you listening to the radio beforehand, though, on the Silverstone radio beforehand?
No, were you on it?
I'm gutted. I was on for the first half hour. No, we were broadcasting to anybody in the queue, in the car, and the early bird ticket holders, because apparently you can pay more to come in early. You know, great if that's your thing. If that's your thing. Yeah. So who are you here with, by the way?
I'm here with a friend I used to work with. Yeah.
A friend you used to work with? Someone Not from here. Somewhere else.
No, a good friend, my friend Kerry.
Cool.
Yeah.
And are you catching up with Alyssa and the others?
Yeah, I've seen all those guys.
Yes.
Couple of hugs and so on. Yeah, it's nice to see everybody.
It is. It's lovely to see you. I'm sorry to have grabbed you. Hang around for about another 10 minutes or so, and we'll catch up properly in a minute. Are you running off in a bit, are you? You've got to go see the
soonish.
You've got to go see the sprint. I will let you get on.
Yeah. Cool. Thank
It
you.
is super lovely to see you.
And you.
And I will try and catch up with you. Are you staying around tonight for the concert and stuff?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be watching the concert from just outside. So maybe catch up with you a little bit later on. Charlie, it's great to see you. And where can people find out about your STEM education programme? You're not in competition with us. You're a long way away. Where can people find out about yours?
Mostly online. So as is aerospacebristol.org, I think. That's great memory of mine.
That's great memory of the place you've worked at for about 3 years now. Brilliant. Well done.
Yeah. Doing well.
Awesome. Yeah, you're doing really well. It is so lovely to see you. Go and catch up with the rest of the team. I will catch up with you a little bit later, and literally, if you're about later, come down and have a drink with us and come and sit with the concerts later. Lovely to see you, Charlie. We'll get Rich back on. Charlie Clark, who runs a STEM education programme, not massively dissimilar to what we do here at the Silverstone Museum. I would say she learned from the best, and I'm sure she wouldn't agree.
I would never tell you that to your face.
Exactly, never tell me that to my face. But great to see Charlie. That's a bit of a blast from the past, and it's great to see her here. Rich, sorry to kick you out, mate, but some people are more important.
I'm used to doing the producing. I'm only here because Alistair is lightweight and decided
Alistair is a lightweight and couldn't manage past, what was it, about 11 o'clock yesterday morning. He had to go home.
Yeah,
Although in fairness, I didn't want him anywhere near me because I want to go on holiday on Friday, and he's not well.
I don't want his diseases. Right, where were we? Racing.
We were. Pierre Gasly's going to win the sprint. Is race. Well, he's not going to win the sprint, but I think he's going to be. That's my prediction for a getting into the points finish in the sprint. I think it's a team like that. They're going to try something a bit different on tyre strategy or something. And I think, what have they got to lose? He almost made it into the top 10, didn't quite. It is all to play for in the points in that middle group with the Red Bull, the RBs, Minardi, sorry guys, I just I call them what they are. Tyrrell, that Kimi Antonelli and George Russell are driving for, of course, and the Jaguar team that Max Verstappen and crikey, Isaac Hadjar are driving for.
That's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one.
That's the one.
I don't disagree with you in terms of, I think Gasly's going to probably make it into the points. He's been driving well. I was going to pop for if you're going by the driver that moves the most amount of places up. I don't know why my brain is no longer working. I was going to go for Colapinto because actually I think he's a little bit out of position where he's qualified. I think I was going to say Renault, the Alpine is better than where it qualified.
The thing that's interesting is they are the only team that are a little bit out of sync, and Mercedes are the other one, because everyone else is almost 2x2x2, which goes to show that the drivers are pushing the cars to the max because they're getting absolutely everything out. And it kind of happens at a circuit like Silverstone because all the teams know it, all the drivers know it. It's a place that a lot of them do their very limited pre-season running before they go to Bahrain. It's a circuit all of them drive when they're junior drivers. Very rare to have a driver come here for the first time in a Formula One race. In fact, I'm going to hark back, and that's going to be a challenge for me to think of when a driver would have come here as their first race in Formula One, having never raced here before, and there's not many, because even some of the Americans, like the Colton Herters of this world and people like that, are in Formula 2, so even before they get, even though they've been racing abroad. So that is a real rarity.
It must have been like a Japanese driver or something, would have been the last, surely.
Yes, but normally you found, so even if you take someone like Takuma Sato, Kazuki Nakajima, any of those, they actually competed in British F3. Takuma Sato very, very quick in British F3. They also would have done, a lot of them did sort of seat time in the equivalent of LMP2 or LM675 as it was then, and they would have done some seat time in that, and they would have raced it then. So, do you know what? That's going to be a challenge for me.
I was going to give you a question actually that I thought about last night. You'll probably be able to answer it straight away, but I can't. I was thinking and reflecting on Lando's performance, and I was watching his interview with Sky about the Lando stand, and him talking about that he does still have the desire to win it. He wants to win even more now he's world champion. When was the last time that a world champion never won a race the following season after being crowned champion? Has that happened much? Is it Lewis?
The driver hasn't won. Well, I mean, the first one that comes to mind is Nico Rosberg.
Yeah, I mean,
he didn't enter. That's an easy one. They have. I mean, Sebastian Vettel. Obviously, when they moved to the RB10, a car that we actually have just
Where
behind.
Is that?
I keep moving things around.
It's
over there.
Rick one, isn't it?
So that was that would have been one. I'm just trying to think. Fernando. Let me think. But Sebastian is one of the ones that
was more
jumps
just
to mind.
Didn't feel a very recent occurrence. I just wondered whether we were going to get the whole season without Lando winning the race.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a McLaren winning. I think it's all going to be on whether their data correlation can catch up, and they just seem a little bit behind the curve. And I think we both mentioned yesterday, I think we noticed it, and again, it was another one of those moments where people stood around us were like, what are these luders on? We were talking about the Flovis, and they were clearly, I mean, the front of both cars was coated in Flovis, and on the inside rear wing of Oscar's car, I believe, was the other one that was running a lot of Flovis.
See anyone else running any Flovis.
And it's quite rare for teams to be running Flovis in public, and the reason it's rare is all these photographers you see around, a lot of them are, most people know this, but a lot of them are employed by teams, and they're there to take photos of other people's cars.
Yeah.
And the thing about FlowViz is you can actually photograph it, because it's, if you don't know, FlowViz is like a highly fluorescent paint that gets painted on areas of the car, and it's paraffin based, and then it kind of dries very quickly. But what you do is you get a lovely aero map of how the air is flowing over the car. The downside of doing that in public is you can take photos of that, and other teams can then see what. Now, other teams won't have like the reason why McLaren are doing it and what they're trying to look at, and what has led to that airflow. But if they're doing data simulations, which they are, they're using GPS, they're using all of that kind of information. The FlowViz information is just another part of what another team will be using. But I think it smells of desperation in McLaren, because why would you be doing it in public?
Yes.
You do it at closed test sessions. We see it. If any of you have been to closed test sessions, and I've been lucky enough to attend lots of them, you see it all the time. You also see those big aero rakes,
tubes, or whatever they call them.
That sit either side of, normally behind the rear wheels or the front wheels mounted. And to be doing this in public a day where there's 100,000 odd people watching, and all the teams have the cameras out, it shows McLaren are. And the last team I remember doing this a lot was Williams 2 years ago, when they were having an absolutely torrid time, and they were running FlowViz on everything. And in fact, I remember being in the pit lane, and literally they were coating so much on Albon's car that as they drove out of the pit lane, the paint trail was just drying on the. Fortunately, it was a wet weekend, and all the paint got, because it does wash away quite quickly.
It wasn't a Lando snail.
It was actually pink, because it was on the blue car. So they actually, it was high velocity pink. They were high visibility pink they were using. But I wouldn't be surprised if McLaren go. And it brings me to a question I asked Alistair, but didn't get a kind of a knowledgeable answer. But Oscar, do you think he's going to stay at McLaren? Zach Brown dodged the question and kind of gave we've got a contract. And we all know contracts essentially don't mean very much. But what do you think?
So, before yesterday evening, I would have said yes, I think Oscar's going to stay. Did you watch the Lando press conference where he was asked the question, I think it was yesterday, about Max joining McLaren? And he kind of opened and started talking about, it's a great thing that Max, wants to join this team, and it says, we're going in the right direction. And I was like, hang on, we're talking a bit past tense about Oscar here. And he kind of caught himself a little way through, and then made reference to, Oscar's not, Oscar and I are working well together. And that just made me suspicious that it's...
I didn't see it. I'm not surprised.
And you got the Mark Webber connection.
The Mark Webber connection is huge.
Is it,
in that a swap. I wonder about Oscar to Aston Martin, because that has been talked about as well. And when we think about Mark Webber and the Red Bull, you look at how many Red Bull people are now at Aston Martin that have gone on the Newey journey with there. So there's links there. That's not impossible. And Aston, I think, are going to be... beginning of next year, I think you're going to start to see Aston. They're not going to be in the doldrums for long. So that's a possibility. There is that direct swap. But it's interesting. It's almost, and if you follow the NFL, I know we mention it a lot, when AJ Brown was about to leave the Philadelphia Eagles, and there was all of this talk of, and that everyone was referring to him in the past tense. It's like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very strange.
The bit I would love to have seen is the camera angle facing the other way, and the panicked media officer trying to signal to Lando, stop talking or change the subject or things like that. Because sometimes, I don't know if any of you know this is how it works. I even get these guys signalling to me at times, and in fact, we had it on...
Maddie stood right here, probably trying to tell us something.
She's probably going to try and get me to do some more photocopying for her again. I am Maddie's PA now. I've ended up doing photocopying for her. So Maddie, by the way, we will get on the pod. In fact,
she can do this afternoon.
In fact, you can come on in a minute actually and have a word. In fact, do you know what? We're going to do it now. We've introduced Maddie. We've talked about Oscar. Your prediction is Red Bull for Oscar Piastri and Max to McLaren.
But I'm going to leave it on a controversial view.
Well, I'm going to say something else.
Oscar's not the driver.
Max to McLaren.
Okay, but I'm going to say Oscar is not the driver. I would be moving out for Max.
Right, that's controversial. Can I add, before you go, no, sit down. Just one thing, because this is something that's really significant, and I think it's I've not heard it talked about. It's interesting what you say, and we'll come back to that. Max going to a team that is going to have a sister team in the World Endurance Championship. And we know he has a desire to race and win at Le Mans. McLaren next year are going to launch their World Endurance program. They will likely get permission to run 3 cars at Le Mans, so they'll have an extra car at Le Mans potentially. What a story that would be for Max to race in F1, but also have an opportunity to enter. And that for me, and no, I'm not anyone mentioned this yet, and that has been the thing for me that's ticking over. And it's the first time I've mentioned it, but you heard it here first. Yeah. That's one of my predictions.
Well, it goes further, doesn't it? There's only one team as of next year you can do the Triple Crown with.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if Max would be up for the Triple Crown.
I don't think he fancies America,
and I'm not sure oval racing and I don't know. No. But he's young and there's a lot to do.
I won't leave it at that. Just to say, I do think Lando's a fantastic driver. I love his driving approach. I just think Oscar has so much potential, and I love how cool and calm Oscar is in the car. When you're driving, it's not easy to be like that. Anyway,
I would think, though, the fireworks between Oscar and Max in the same team.
That's why I want to see that.
I think from a team management point of view.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
It'd be multi-21 again, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Let's get Maddie on. So Maddie is one of our... she's our marketing exec here at Silverstone Museum. So all those trendy social media questions that we have, all those trendy social media things we do, all that ridiculousness of me doing silly things, talking about cars and everything, it's all the work of Maddie. How are you?
I'm great. I'm feeling good today. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, you had a day off yesterday. I mean, your boss is just too soft, letting Alistair go home early, wearing shorts, and then you having a day off. But how is your first British Grand Prix?
It's been great. It's been very, very busy, and I feel like I've just been shoving my camera in everyone's faces. But I feel like that's the part of my job, isn't it?
It is. I'd say if you weren't doing that, you'd probably be sacked, because that is your job.
Exactly.
Okay, so what have you been doing? Talk us through your kind of Grand Prix experience, what you've been doing. Who have you been taking photos of? What have you been doing? Where have you been going?
Today, I'm currently doing my TikTok, which involves some Love Heart sunglasses that say BGP.
Show everyone, because producer Rich is wearing the Love Heart sunglasses. Let's get them on camera. I was actually going to get Maddie to wear them, but that they look great. I mean, they are.
It's an improvement.
So I've been shoving them on everyone and getting crazy photos. I even got someone from the Sim Suite to pull a George Russell pose for them. Yeah,
Do you know Rich reckons he's going to crash later?
Really?
Yeah. So he might need those to hide his tears.
Oh, I don't know. So I've been
right,
doing that.
So you've been doing your TikTok. So you go around, you're getting members of the public to join in with the TikTok, yeah?
I'm going to try and see if some of them will do it as well. I did manage to get one of the trustees to do it as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wicked.
Phil wouldn't, so he said that this guy would do it, the trustee. I can't remember his name.
Was it Leonard?
Yes.
Leonard Stoll.
Yes.
He is awesome. So you got one of the trustees to do it. So and then what else later on this afternoon?
I'm going over to the driver's in stage.
Are you? Oh, who are you watching and filming on the driver's in stage,
the
Maddie?
one and only Rob Jonah.
Well, do you know, I keep forgetting that we've got to do that. I've got so many things on today. It's the one thing I'm going to need reminding that we've got to go and do that. Yeah.
Well, that's when the roles swap and I become your PA. I lead you to the stages.
Yeah.
I led you to the fan zone the other day.
You did. Are you coming over? We've got an interview in the SRC Club area, the hospitality. Are you coming over for that one later?
Of course, I'll be over
but that's 6 o'clock. I mean, it might be, it's going to be a long day for you guys.
Still.
And I know some of you the younger team have been struggling with doing more than 4 hours in a row.
You say that. I'm literally going to be here till like 8 tonight.
Well done. I'm going to be here till Monday.
It's your fault for sleeping over. Rob's currently sleeping on a blow-up mattress in the office.
No, I'm not. I've got a sofa in my office.
Oh, okay.
A sofa in the office, yeah. So I'm using the sofa. We've got some people joining us. Give them a wave. Give them a wave, Maddie. There's lots of people I see looking at the camera behind you. So that's your day today. So who are your predictions? We've only got a couple of minutes left. We've got a minute and a half left. Who are your predictions for the sprint this afternoon? What's going on this morning?
I think Lewis, again, personally. I think he's trying to push for it a lot, especially because it's his home race. And also, part of me thinks, because it's his home race and he hasn't got his beloved dog Roscoe with him, and he has mentioned him a few times, I feel like he kind of wants to win it for him. I feel like you're disagreeing with me, the way you're blinking at me.
But what I am interested, Maddie, is your opinion on McLaren's struggles with data correlation and how that's transposing into the airflow across...
I'm the different generation of F1. I'm the social media generation of F1. I'm the younger generation of F1.
Younger people can be into tech as well.
Well,
Shock horror.
I'm on the fashion side, so do you want to talk about fashion?
No, your boots, though, are very interesting. I will say.
Kurt Geiger.
Yeah, Kurt Geiger. Who's he?
You don't know Kurt Geiger?
He's not racing this weekend, is he?
Oh my gosh, no. Lewis. But
What?
I also kind of hope Lewis wins Silverstone Grand Prix in general as well, to be honest.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
It is the Lewis Hamilton fan club we've got going on here.
Yeah, and also it's Ferrari, which is my team.
Yeah, okay. Right, Maddie, thank you very much for joining us. We are going to be wrapping up the... in fact, Rich is probably just going to join us by standing
I'll just jump in and talk.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap this up.
You haven't told us your win. Sorry, Maddie. Getting in your personal space.
Yeah.
Prediction for the win?
Yeah, who's your prediction for the win? Oh, me? Team LH. Team LH.
We're together on this one.
You're together on that one.
Who's yours?
But you know what? I think for the sprint, it is going to be Lewis.
Yeah.
I do think for the sprint. I don't think he's going to win the Grand Prix.
No,
no?
Grand Prix. Max.
Grand Prix, Kimi Antonelli.
Oh, really? Oh, I think it's between Kimi or Lewis.
I think it's going to be Kimi for the race, but I would not be surprised. I think it's Lewis for the sprint. I think it's going to be shared.
We can talk about it later, but
I love
Max
how that's going on. We have got to wrap up now. Guys, thank you for joining us. We're having a couple of guests on. It's been lovely to see you. It's lovely to have Maddie on. Lovely glasses, Rich.
If you want to wear him, come down to the museum.
Also, we need to make sure we get Richie's mum on later because your mum's turning up later.
Yeah, my mummy's.
And my dad's here
And we
tomorrow.
have to show Richie's mum the photo of Rich in a Red Bull T-shirt
don't do
because we want her to disown him. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of fun we're having here at the British Grand Prix for 2026. It is Saturday morning. We've got an hour before the sprint race, so we're going to go and get ourselves set up to go and have a watch of that. We'll be back with you a little bit later on. If you're enjoying it, grab a like, grab a subscribe, and also ask us any questions and comments. Maddie, Rich, thank you very much. See you later, guys. Take care. 0 tier.